What's going on, boys? It's your boy Iron Farter here. Today I bring you an updated guide for TOB. This guide is made on April 3rd, 2023. It'll include some of the changes that have happened since my last video. Long story short, you can just copy all of my gear. Of course, if you have upgrades like a T-bow, blowpipe, scythe of Vitter, you just need all three combat styles like I have, plus any better gear that you do have. I only recommend bringing thralls, which is what I have, if you have the upgraded Book of the Dead, so your thralls will deal more damage. If they only do 1 to 3 damage, which is the regular thralls, I recommend you just bring ancients. Salve amulet, that is for bloat. I have to bring a DDS because I don't have a spec weapon, and I don't have a blowpipe to kill the purple crab at part 2 Verzik. Let's get started. You have to use this town board, this board right here, make a party, and you can just run on in. Some of the changes from my old video: you do not need ancients anymore because you can just ignore the crabs here at Maiden. You don't really have to kill those anymore. They don't do much damage and they don't heal much. So you will attack Maiden normally. Want to switch to your best mage defense gear, which is going to be your range armor plus the Ellie. That way you don't take a lot of damage, especially now since you are not blood barraging the crabs anymore. So you want to save as much HP as possible. One of the biggest changes that's happened, your Elysian Spirit Shield is now very effective. It can protect you during the green ball at part 3 Verzik. So instead of taking a 74, you'll take roughly 55 or 50 damage instead. Red crabs will come at 70, 50, and 30%. As you can see, I'm just ignoring them right now. I just let them walk through. They only have 46 HP each, so they will not heal much. Those are another 2 crabs. At that 42%, it only went up to 44. Shouldn't have to use more than 1 brew and 1 rocktail. Usually that's overkill for me, but just do it because I don't need that many brews. Keep in mind, every 3 brew sips is 1 restore. So you want to time that out so you don't end up using more than 2 doses of a super restore. Now, you do not have to bring an ancient combat like I do. Many people might not have it, but I bring it simply because I have them and I don't bring ranging potions, so it's better for me. See, I still had plenty of HP left, and that's Maiden over already. Next up, we have Bloat. Put your spec weapon, and this is why you bring your Salve Amulet. Bloat is about to get near here. Some people just pray range and run to the opposite side. I'll just wait so I don't want to take any damage. After he crosses that corner, you'll be safe to enter. Now Bloat will usually do 1 full turn before he goes to sleep and you can attack him. So I'm not even going to run around. I'm just going to wait at this corner here. So I'm going to throw, change, and turmoil. As soon as he gets like right there, I'll start attacking him. You will take some fly damage, but it doesn't really matter because this is just speeding things up. Look at that, I got 2 free hits. We still have another 6 hits. 5, 6. Still got plenty of time to run. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, as soon as he goes down, you can attack him for 6 hits with a 4-tick weapon like Blade of Sildor. I don't have a scythe, so I cannot tell you guys how many hits with that. I was not counting the hands. I will do that on the next phase. I will make sure to keep this a 3 phase. I won't kill bloat, just so I can show you. Count the number of hands, and that way we'll know when bloat's about to go down. I could have killed it there and just tanked that stomp, but that's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, going down, 7 is down. Once you count how many hands are going down, that just so you know to get an extra hit in by running up sooner. Once that's over, you can use your salve on this chest. You'll send it straight to the bank. If you are low on supplies, you can get potions or food from there. I wouldn't recommend it because you will probably need them later. The Nilocast room, you're going to have small waves of all of these crabs. Need to kill each one with its correct attack style. Please note at the moment it is bugged. It will be fixed next update. That's why this one's not attacking me. If I move close, it will attack me. If you do not kill them fast enough, they will explode on their own, causing them to deal damage if you are close to them. So if you're not going to kill it, make sure you run away and you're not too close to them. This is setting a bad example right now because these 2 crabs should be attacking me. Up to them just so they do attack me. So you guys get an idea of how it's actually going to be. You almost always want to ignore the big crabs, except if they are attacking you. If they are attacking you, then that is the only time I would recommend actually killing them. As you can see right now, I'm just running around here in case any of these small crabs explode, so I don't take any damage. Once these big 3 blue crabs come up, that's how you can know that the end of these have finished. Just gonna clean up whatever crabs you have left. And then the big Nilo will spawn. You can eat up here, so you don't have to eat up in the middle of the boss fight. That will actually cause you to start messing up your switches. It will always start on the melee phase, and you can usually get 2 attacks each from each attack style that you have. For some reason, thralls don't work here, that's why I didn't summon them at all. It's 2, switch, 2. As you can see, I'm always switching back to my melee gear. That just helps me keep my inventory organized. I stressed on it on my first video, I'm going to stress on it now again. If you have a bad inventory setup, we'll get messed up in this room. This way I always got range here, mage here. You can do it however you prefer. As you can see, I'm doing 2 attacks from each attack style every time I switch. As you can see, I'm still eating in between. You always have to be aware of what's happening. If you just start spam eating your brews and not pay attention to Nilos, you can take serious damage. If you do attack Nilos with the incorrect attack style, you will take some hard damage. So it is better to not attack. Always make sure your auto retaliate is off. You want to do 1 Dragon Warhammer spec on each phase. Bandos Godsword also works for every room except for Verzik. Bandos Godsword does not work there. Soditseg in solos can only throw mage balls at you. He will no longer throw range. You can only get range balls if it bounces off of you and attacks another player, which happens in duos or bigger parties. Now, Soditseg's HP was at 66, which was why I got sent back here. Solos, you run the maze alone. I'm going to repeat that whole maze. Duos or larger parties, you're going to be following your teammate that got chosen to run the maze. Soditseg will throw a big red ball, which can deal up to 70 damage if your Ellie doesn't proc, every 10 of those mage balls. So right now I'm probably going to wait at around 35%. See if I can skip the big ball by going to the maze. Thralls are currently causing Soditseg to not attack. That will be fixed the next update as well. However, it is not game breaking for this guide. So now, not sure if Soditseg's gonna attack me. But if he was, I would wait here with my Prey Mage until he shoots the big red ball at me. I would skip the phase just like that. If you do step on a wrong tile, you will take damage, which is why you have to run it quickly and keep up with it, otherwise it will be tough to make it to the other side. That's the message I was waiting for before the maze, that way I would have been able to skip it. Want to eat up, because you can get hit a 70 from the bread ball like I just did, and Sodasek can also melee you for around a 22. So you can get comboed down from 90 HP in one tick. If you see your prey like I did, the mage balls do some serious damage, so you want to also watch out from that. Sodasek complete. Now this is going to be the last chest you have until the end of the raid to get as much supplies as you need. As you can see, look at all these supplies I'm getting. I'm not even going to need them all. I just get them to be, it's better safe than sorry. Now the thing I like the most with thralls, I used to finish a TOB run in around 26 to 28 minutes. Now I finish them in around 23 minutes, so I'm getting a whole 3 to 4 minutes faster per raid. Obviously it's going to be slower this run because I am talking and trying to teach some stuff. For Zarpus, you're going to have 5 rounds of these exhumed and stand on them. If you don't stand on them, it will heal Zarpus just like it is right there. Then you step on it, it stops healing him. I wasn't counting, but I do think this is the last one. Basically, you're going to do one hit, run back. We'll be explaining that. So one hit, throws a poison ball at you, run back. Now, if you are learning, I do recommend you do it this way. One hit, run back, one hit. Now for more experienced people, you can time it to do 2 attacks, then 1 attack, 2 attacks. This really speeds it up a lot. If you are going to be doing the beginner method, which is 1 attack at a time and run back, make sure you start away as far as possible, because if you run out of space to run from the poison, that can really ruin the whole raid. You can do some more of the beginner steps. 1 attack, attack. Mess up the time, there it is. Now if you step on that, you will take poison damage. One of the biggest changes that happen in the update is Zarpus will now turn faster. So you can only do 2 hits with a sail door. Pretty sure it's only 1 hit with a scythe. Turns much faster. I believe it's now an 8 tick for him to turn. Now if you can't make it around, you can also run straight under it. You will take some damage, but it's nothing that bad. You have to search the skeleton, get the Dawnbringer. If you do not get it, I honestly don't think you will be able to complete part 1 Verzik. Maybe you can, but it will take forever. Summon Thralls if you have an imbued heart. You can use Torment if you want to. Honestly, it's a waste of prayer. Over here, you can do 5 hits for the first phase. I wasn't counting, I'm getting hit there. Then 4. So now that's 3, 4. We gotta hide. Go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back. You're still learning. I would do only 3 hits, so it'd be 1, 2. That's 3. Hide. Wait until the animation starts. Getting hit again. That was a bad example, but you get the point. 4. You guys are messing me up, boys. 2, 3. Wait for the animation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run back. Those are your 2 safe spots. You honestly should not be having to use other ones, but if you do have to, that right there is a safe spot, and the same thing on the other side. Now this pillar here is about to die. It would probably tank 1 more hit, but I just want to show how you'd run over like that. Verzik part 2 is now attacks in a 4-tick cycle. It is no longer 5-tick how it used to be. If you do have a Blade of Saildor or Grazi or any 4-tick weapon, you can still get 1 attack every hit, every bounce. I'm not sure what you can call it, whatever. If you do have a Scythe, you cannot do that. So you just gotta time it yourself. This really speeds up part 2 Verzik for anyone using a 4-tick weapon like myself. Now that purple crab, that is the healer crab. You do have to use a blowpipe or a poisoned weapon, like I use a poison DDS. Otherwise, it won't die. That's an insta kill with it. And you want to run away from it because it will do damage. Poison, damaged, then run away from that crab. Now we're back to Verzik. Summon Thralls again. At 35%, the red healing crabs will spawn. Solos, you're only going to have 1 crab, it's going to be right there. Want to kill that, or at least get it below 50% HP. Because whatever HP it has left is what it's going to heal Verzik. It is under 35. I could leave it there, but you get 2 free hits anyways. Just gonna keep doing the same thing till another set of red crabs spawn. I believe it's after this one. Yep, there they are. If you do get bounced by Verzik now, you can't move before the next attack hits you. So I do recommend you pray range and put your Ellie on. Always try to keep your HP decently not too low. Not want to die. I always do 2 Dragon Warhammer specs. Got 2 successful hits. Now for here, because I always bring so much extra food and I never have to actually worry about it, I just stand here and camp the melee hits. Now if you do not have a lot of supplies, you want to try to avoid the melee hits because they do a lot of damage. It can hit up to 30 your prayer. I will show you what to do after this first set of webs. If you are doing solos, do exactly what I'm doing and still attack Verzik freely and not get stuck in any webs. If you are doing groups and you are not experienced, I would recommend letting the experienced people run the webs while you can use your range weapon and attack from further away. Right, so now you'd run away. If you want to skip the melee, run away. There it is, range. Run away again. Got the yellow. Alright, so let's do it. Run away. Mage. Green ball is gonna come up and after one more hit. That's why I ate up. I got hit a 74. My Ellie did not proc. That's okay. That's why we eat up. I like to keep my Ellie on when I'm brewing up, just so I can tank the hits. If you are taking serious damage, just run away from Verzik so you don't get hit by any melees. There it is. Verzik won't melee. Running away from that crab because if it explodes, it will do damage. Now tornadoes have spawned. If you do get hit by the tornado, you will take damage and you will also heal Verzik. Always plan accordingly. That's it. No purple. Lucky. Anyways, boys, that's the end of the guide. If you do have any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord or shoot me a PM in game. Always glad to help. Peace out, boys.